Welcome back, everybody. It's been a hot minute, but let's get to case 4.
Let's go.
The girl. Let her go. Damn. What is going on there?
Attention is suspended.
Shut up. Come closer and I kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Bang. I'm
Why
reading
is
through
Phoenix in the hospital again?
I don't know. I was reading through the file in the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey.
Man, that's a long rap sheet.
Name, Terry Falls. Charge, kidnapping, murder. Sentence, death penalty. Movements. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Six years earlier.
Didn't we already have a first trial with Mia?
Yeah, but it was her.
Oh, first. That was Phoenix's first seeing
yes.
her.
Yep. I'm so nervous. I feel I'm gonna die. I never should have accepted this case. Yeah. Then they let you just bring those into the courtroom? Ah, good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. Oh, he's talking like you, Shane. That could be you.
I don't do nothing, I swear. I kill nobody.
Terry Falls, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyways?
Reek, I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere.
I like how he has a crazy eye. Well, Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago.
Sorry, I told a little lie.
Oh boy.
But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody.
Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right?
I'm sorry. Really sorry. They sentenced me to death 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it. I didn't kill her. I could never do that.
2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman?
Yeah, I did. That's the reason I escaped.
So that much is true. He did meet the victim.
But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true.
I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Huh. Wow, damn. You're not gonna figure out the truth just by staring at the guy. Damn, Kodo, how come when you take off your visor, you look even more hotter? I don't understand.
Okay, you got the visor when the defendant threw the iron ball and caved in his frontal lobe.
Wow, Shane. Real dark and also probably true. Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you like someone to play with. Where is Mr. Grossberg? That old man's probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle, mumbling in sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. I didn't say. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me? No. You got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. Sure wish I could get out of it, though. Relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned a reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kid. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice. That's exactly what Shane was voice acting, childlike voice, not Oonga Boonga Man. I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth.
I can change it, dude. I can talk like this.
February 16, 10 a.m., District Court. This will be an easy trial. No way we're facing Edgeworth. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution's been ready for a while, Your Honor. This is the first time we've seen Edgeworth with like the new sprites. He looks sharper.
He's more clean.
Yeah. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation, huh? Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is now on trial for escape in prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Foss was responsible for her death? You got it, kitten. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. Look at that Von Karma finger.
Oh, it's just a clone of him.
A witness's testimony. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She says she witnessed Mr. Falls throwing his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be... Exactly. The victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Aha, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha, the truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes. It's quite obvious the defendant is guilty.
But wait a minute, that's not right.
At least hear the case before we decide the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders.
He's just exactly like Karma.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to see, though. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Well, wow, look at him.
Slightly younger Gumshoe.
Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of this case, sir. Also, he doesn't look any different from 6 years ago, besides his suit.
I mean, how old is he?
I have no
in
idea.
the original? I think he's like early 30s. So looks don't change too much.
I suppose. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. So shut up.
I'm gonna make so much money.
Hey ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? No, seriously, my heart, it's aching for you. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that nothing other than your heart will ache. Oh, okay, got it. Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would also like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir, I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge and old Suspension Bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Dusky Bridge. Map added to court records. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood was found on the bridge.
Hawthorne. Who's that? I think we've had another Hawthorne before.
It does sound familiar, but I can't put my finger on where we heard before. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor, if you will listen to the testimony we prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on that bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you waggling your finger at me as though I was some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy would drink you for more than tea. Trust me and get ready.
Is he drinking tea instead of coffee?
I don't know. He really has changed in the past 6 years. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination, coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. He is drinking coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, right? Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean the defendant, the witness. Everyone's a beginner in here. Huh. You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you got, kitten. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Okay, and these are no first mass to me. Time to press. This unknown person? You have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What?
What?
The one that called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call, Mr. Falls. A note? Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk. The victim's note, okay. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. A bridge up in the mountains? But why meet there? Because it is a very important place to the defendant. That's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Returned to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir.
How brutally?
How brutally? Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, "Don't move. We got you surrounded." Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime scene so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? If that's what happened, then she would have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had notes there earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls had a car then. Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure? Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? This is a photo.
He's a judge. He's the most neutral person, even though he's like he's guilty.
This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Man, that looks pretty damning evidence. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne.
He's sleeping.
Maybe
And
she's
that
just
doesn't look like someone that didn't fall from a suspension bridge.
No, she didn't fall from it, Shane. She was stabbed. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. He's technically right. It doesn't look comfortable. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway, Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountains. Alright, we have to look at that photo again later. That certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to a checkpoint. That was kinda close. Any later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Listen up, kid. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. It's a trap? Walk into it carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not. It's not fun. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. And if you're gonna get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. The ever famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. Alright, we're back to the beginning. Let's look at what we got. We got a bunch of stuff. We got this map. Okay. Okay, don't see anything interesting about this map yet. Well, let's see what this note says. February 14th, 121. 4:30 at that bridge. Wear a white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. We know Dahlia. Dahlia was from the first case, I think.
Dahlia. Yeah.
She was that girl. Wasn't she that girl that Phoenix was simping for? Or was I wrong? I could have sworn her name was Dahlia. Cause didn't Phoenix call her Dolly? Anyways.
Yeah.
There's no other page. This is it. Wear a white scarf. Remember that as we go look at the picture. I see no white scarf here.
I looked it up and yes, it is.
Yes, as to what? Dahlia being the girl that Phoenix simped for?
That he was in love with.
Uh-huh. Well, she's not wearing a white scarf. So, curious. And my badge. It's brand new and sparkles in the light. Takes care of it way better than Phoenix does. And right? Stuffed her body into a car trunk and try to make a getaway. Let's press this and see if we can bring up the picture.
Here's a photo.
I don't see if this
would it be the
Oh, can we actually
top?
press this? We can press this. Huh, weird.
Try it?
What did the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, ma'am.
I didn't do it! I didn't do nothing!
That's all he says. Nothing. I wouldn't say he did. Nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says,
I told a little lie, dude!
or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Mr. Falls arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountains. So I think... Is this where we present the white scarf?
Probably, yeah, because she's not wearing it.
Victim's note. Or is it the picture itself?
Here's a photo of the thing. I didn't do it. I don't see any strange, but anyway. I guess would it be the victim's note because that brings up the scarf?
Yeah. Objection!
Ugh.
Witness!
Witness.
Oh, what is it? You have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. This is the first time I've ever had to address someone like that. Girl, you should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say there, little kid, want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Girl, come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective! Is that why she slams her desk? Hype herself up? Yes, ma'am.
An old habit she learned from this one.
This photo. You said that there was nothing particular about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at this note written by the victim. The note? It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request. I have one very simple question for you, detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it, you fucking idiot! Ah! The caller told her where to identify herself, so I expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? Amateurs. I see the defense is a little lacking. What? The scarf you're searching so desperately for. Is it this one, perchance? Ah! Well, where'd you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. What? Why? Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's
That's bad.
Yep, it's the safest place I know. That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. It looks like it spent some time in the mud. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding the scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Scarf. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy would like to wrap this scarf around his squirmy little neck. Murder thoughts.
Murder.
Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud cover scarf business, the prosecution moves on to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Miss Fall did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it. Everything is moving at his whim. Don't forget, kid, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Alrighty. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyways, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Look at this photo. You really get the sense that this bridge is very high up.
Where's that hostage?
Where's that hostage? That was from the 5 years ago, Shane. That's not the current case.
Where is it though?
It is about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyways? Let's just say there was a well-intentioned third party. A potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. Sus. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. We got the photo. So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. No, again, that's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Events on the bridge.
Objection. What do you mean,
There's an eyewitness there who's there when the incident played. Wasn't that from a video, Shane?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's this eyewitness? She's a college student. A female college student? That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but just as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rely on a vague testimony of a female college student. A female college student, eh? It means she's female and a college student, sir. If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. Let's press it. The victim's wearing a scarf in that photo, right? So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way up in the mountains? She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently.
During a rainy day? Crazy.
On a rainy day. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Fucking spiritual people. The spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo. This cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor, no. I don't think it's a ghost. It's drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There was a light rain coming down. This whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Haha. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There were even some fog. I even slipped and fell when I was on the bridge. It was really something. Anyways, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. It's a little weird of movements, but okay. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it was. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he says brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey! Watch where you spill your coffee! The court record, huh? Must have been when the scarf fell off. Let's see. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back.
But they're standing in front of each other.
Yeah. They are standing in front of each other. Let's present that, shall we?
Hold it.
What does this picture say? Oh, I got it wrong.
You got it wrong, Neng.
Don't want to confirm your facts. Sorry. This is my first time handling a case. Let's make it a more memorable occasion with a penalty. Wow, thanks, Judge. Here, I thought he'd go easy on me because I'm new. Criminal shot the victim down from behind and stabbed her back. Alright. That must have been when the scarf fell off. So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's what the witness said. Well, looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But for what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am. The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet too. Which would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud. But something about this testimony that still bothered me. Talk about surprise. I had no idea there was a photo. So what do? You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean. Of course I do. So the little Kim believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. If which believes the truth, then that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance. Alright, what's our plan? Drizzling? Victim shot the behind? That must have been when the scarf fell off?
Drizzling, you could slip. Any profiles?
Oh, right. Profiles. Client? Don't think any of these three are going to be useful, so it's either just one of these two. The profiles are not helping, I don't think.
No.
Okay, so we have to... Must have been when the scarf fell off. Worn by the victim, found on the bridge. Wait, it's found on the bridge? I thought it fell off.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it.
Give it a go.
Damn, I got it wrong.
Oh, no.
What? What do you think of the which one? We got it wrong. Okay. Criminal shot the victim down and stabbed her in the back. It's a little hard to see what's going on.
Why is there mud on the bridge?
Why is there?
I mean, it was found on the bridge and it's covered in mud.
Shot stabbed her in the back. Okay, it wasn't that day. It's a little hard to see what's going on. Shows the Vic wearing the scarf. Is that so? So we present it here in this photo.
Give it a go. Take more damage.
The scarf, right?
It says worn by the victim, found on the bridge. Photo was actually taken by the witness. Showed the victim wearing the scarf. I guess, yeah. Why is it covered in mud if it was found on the bridge?
Damn, this is we're getting messed up. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf. What are we missing here? Oh, why did I just do that? What are we getting wrong? Okay, so eyewitness was there. Photo was accidentally taken by the victim. Okay. So the victim wearing the scarf. Victim wearing the scarf. Dressing that day. A little hard to see what's going on. Criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. We presented the picture to this statement, didn't we?
Yeah, try presenting that, and then I think it continues, and then we gotta present something else.
Oh, you mean pressing it?
Or not, like, present the photo to that.
This photo, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think this one we already did this. Huh. What is happening?
Wait. Alright, I looked it up. It says once the testimony is over, it says the witness photo. Wait, is that... Oh, wait, are we using the wrong photo?
No, I use this one.
Oh. It says witness photo. Oh, it says present the crime photo to that one.
The bridge?
No, the crime photo.
So, yeah, so it could be this because her outfit doesn't have any mud on it, the front, if
But
she was
the
pushed down, right?
Scarf has mud on it, yeah.
But her scarf has mud. Okay, I see what you're doing. That was really tough. So at the time of that crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Oh, also her jacket was dry, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with that soggy atmosphere. But there's a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions of the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions that day? The
I guess
jacket.
her jacket. Yeah.
It's all dry. Naturally, the answer is right here. The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it.
Exactly.
That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of a bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That's exactly right. The other day I fell on Mars Street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled. I do admit that the crime scene is quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, will be wet but not muddy. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The surface of the bridge, huh? Huh, a real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither will a real woman. Of course I can. Huh? Here's the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. Scarf. Scarf, right?
Yes.
Scarf. The evidence is the scarf. Look at it. Ah. It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Hey, same to you, buddy. Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me. I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and the scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here. Huh. You're doing pretty well for a little kitten. But Mr. Armando... No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in a trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence is one of those three. Which one is it, Shane?
The testimony.
Huh. What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that.
Stop it.
That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
There's no one over there.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. I'm blaming it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. Huh. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence and the flimsy scam it really is. Yes. The false evidence in this case is the testimony.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes, like her body. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. It's not just true, it's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time. What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth?
I'd make sure to save, just in case.
Yep.
Because we're down to last hit.
Bam! Save! Back to business. Now.
No, you will take a penalty for no reason. No.
Good thing we saved. Now let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here with 2 HP left. Witness, what is your name and occupation? Everyone's so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Doki doki.
Doki doki. Oh. When I look at you, how can I put it? You look like as scrumptious as a double and a dozen donut holes. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand out a verdict just to have a bite. Hey, not so fast. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you can learn a lot from this man. If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir? Yes, my dear. This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyways, I just want to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause. Not at all. It's no trouble at all. Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate? What? How can you be so mean? Calling me a photographer? Now see here, what are you doing shoving that in her face like that?
That's a slur in San Francisco. In Phoenix Rice's universe.
But it's just a photograph. It's not like something dangerous. Next time I'll be forced to penalize you. 2 HP exactly. Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this has taken. Is she staring at me? And you would be... Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey. Bitch. I see. So you are... Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then, I noticed there were 2 people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that showed the crucial moment of them fighting, huh?
Like, stop!
And right after that, I called the police. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over here.
Impossible. I was much closer.
Yep. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. So you took the photo from that location, eh? I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to. Ho ho ho, what a cute camera, just like its owner. Camera. Alright then, Miss Faye, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. Alright, we got 2 HP to work with. I was using the camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Sure. Then I noticed there were 2 people standing up on the suspension bridge. Okay. Suddenly they start fighting. think we can press that, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that? Oh, I just thought that maybe overheard what they said.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Penalty.
I would never eavesdrop. I got more class than that. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the winds down your level.
Penalty.
Grr. That's when I hurried and took the photo that showed a crucial moment. Alright, let's press that. Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kinda took over. Smells like a lie to me. Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. It's the fate of, that's the fate of Jay right there.
Yeah.
So you want to be a comedian, huh? Not that anything's bearing on this. All I could do was use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. And right after that, I called the police. Am I overthinking this, or is it just simply this because it was not the crucial moment?
Oh wait, there is a cliff on the left.
Oh, yes. Am I just overthinking it, or is this the evidence because it doesn't look like the crucial moment at all?
They might have been talking.
But she said she took a picture of the crucial moment. I don't think talking is the crucial moment.
Right before he stabbed her.
They start fighting. So they were fighting, and then she took a photo. They don't look like they're fighting at all.
They're just talking.
Yeah. So am I overthinking it, or is that the answer?
What? Have you checked every other statement and pressed it already?
I haven't, because I'm scared of getting penalized.
You'll be fine.
With 2 HP?
Suddenly they started fighting. We pressed that one already.
Yep.
I noticed there were two people standing in this.
So we pressed this one, we pressed this one, and we pressed this one. I did not press this one because I don't think it'll get us anything. And the first statement, this one I didn't press either because I don't think it'll get us anything.
It was raining.
What'd you say?
You could still take pictures of flowers in the rain, but
You can still
if
take
it was
pictures.
foggy and soggy, it would fuck up the lens. But yeah, you could try.
I was like, doesn't that still end up being this? Took the witness phones with this. A small but powerful motto. I don't think that's the answer.
Got a lot less leeway.
Yeah, am I overthinking it, or is it just this picture with the crucial moment?
That's when I hurried. Give it a try. Might as well.
Alright.
The witness photo.
Alright. I'll tell you what we'll do first.
Save scum. Yeah.
Save scum, baby. Yeah, we got it right. Witness. When you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testify that you saw the two of them start to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see, the photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really want to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. No. My apologies, young lady. Though Miss Faye's assertion is not for a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean. You ran out of film? This photo was the last one. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wildflowers in the rain like a psychopath. The witness herself? Then who took the photos?
It was on a timer.
Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself? You fucking psychopath?
I'll poison you, bitch.
I remember taking some photos of myself once too, for my Tinder.
God, you can mention anything and he would bring up, oh, I did that too.
Yeah. Please, no details. It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. But wait, just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take some pictures, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps you can tell us a bit about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy's really a sucker for sweet talk. Huh. Looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. I was using my cameras to take some pictures of wildflowers. Wait, we back to this? Holy shit. Okay, so she did modify something. They started fighting. The victim turned around and tried to run away. Hold up a second. Look at this map. Look at this map, you bitch.
Where are they gonna run away?
Where are they gonna run to?
I mean, people are dumb when they fear. But what's the other one?
Victim turned around and ran away, but she only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back.
What's the distance thing on that map?
10 yards? That's the entire half of the bridge.
You would have ran off the bridge.
Ran off the bridge. Either she was dumb or that criminal guy was really motivated to follow her off the bridge and do a dive stab.
Is it just presenting the map for this part?
I think so, yeah. But which one? Victim turn around, try to run away. I think this one. This one sounds way more contradictory.
And yeah, and the map even has a measurement.
Alrighty. Presento.
Wrong.
10 yards?
Game over.
Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What? But I just... Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry. -2 HP. One short testimony and 2 bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. You say there were 2 contradictions? It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the 2 of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well, then she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't even run 5. Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. What? What does this all mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. That this beautiful young lady has been lying to the court?
You've been lying?
Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to?
The distance.
It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying... I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. That's ridiculous! You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I present the evidence. Huh. That guy's good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward! Well, Miss Faye, it seems you once again made a reckless accusation. What?
Penalty.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself. No. It wasn't your fault at all.
No.
Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. Alright, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony? But it's so hard to go on. We're all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Witnessing such violence must have been difficult. Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up. If he accepts his testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say that. Oh well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a real great mocha latte. This trial ain't over yet. That's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please. The contradictions are staring you right in their face, Mia. Get on the attack. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he can make sure the body stayed hidden. Really now. On top of this bridge where you could easily dispose of it. Couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Alright, let's start pressing. Right here, I think.
Yes.
You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes. Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult. Yes, but let's remember that they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to carry a dead body on a bridge like that? Well, the fact of the matter is that he did! That kind of talk is just silly. Wow, why do you get so emotional all of a sudden? Miss Faye, if you think that there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Sure. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain's famous among hikers. I was surprised the number of people go up there. But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct? There's also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. Why does this mountain have so much stuff up there? You know those monks, they just love cold, isolated places. I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes. I'm sorry, I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Is this
Why
statement?
aren't you?
I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Oh no, I don't think that matters. So my theory right now is trying to bring them towards the fact that you could just toss it overboard into the river. Like he's going through so much trouble to carry you to the car when you could just toss it over the bridge.
Yeah.
But how do we get that? How do we get to that? Let's press this again. I remember during this press they were asking us if we had other options. It didn't give us dialogue options, but I'll double check it.
Alright.
I suppose that was the only way you can make sure the body stayed heated. Press this again. You mean the defendant carried? Yep. Narrow bridge? Possible? Is it possible? He did. Yep. Everything's small possible. You share it with the rest of us. Okay, how do we get there?
What was the previous one? That was the one you just pressed, I suppose, the only way you could make sure.
I'm trying to go from here to him tossing the body overboard, but how do we get there?
What does the map show? Because wouldn't that just say, yeah, wouldn't that be part of it? Just, if she ran, just toss it into the river?
Yeah, but we have to get to that point somehow.
Wouldn't it be just presenting this to drag it into it, maybe? Maybe save.
On this statement?
Yeah. Save
Alright,
first.
let's save first. But you understand what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Why is he going through all this effort to...
Put it in the car? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Will the game let us, or will the game make us lose? Let's find out.
Well, bam.
Objection! Clearly not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Ezra pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, the Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur in that same spot about the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed that body in the river. Order! I'm not sure if I care for the way you put it that way, Miss Faye. But I must admit, it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Oh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? Hey, how sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would like to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find that killers met their body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertions found merit after all. But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again and press you infinitely. Who's he talking about? Me? Alright, I'll do my best. Oh, we back. Oh, we back to this. Then
Was there a revised?
There probably is. Then carried over to the car. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. That's a new statement.
Yeah.
Broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
Killer broke into the car.
And hid the body in there. I'm checking the trunk photo. It does look broken into.
But he's the wrecking ball. But
Which still means he did break into it, so that's true. Can't contradict that so far. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. She only changed one statement. Broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
what's the witness photo look like?
He was carrying a weapon. This is the only statement she changed. Should we press it just to play
Yeah,
safe?
see what
What did the man do then? Well, naturally he got into the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police. And so that's when you call the police? You sure that you saw all that with your own eyes? Yes, I'm 100%
Wait,
certain.
she wouldn't be able to see that. How is she so sure he broke into a car? There's a cliff in the way.
Yeah, you're right. He
She
couldn't just
can't do
leave.
that.
The kid broke into the trunk of his own car. So would the map be the solution again?
No, it would be her own photo.
Okay. This one, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
because
she
she
can't
can't
see,
see. She can't see that.
Okay. Oh,
Unless you want to say, yeah.
I'm gonna save scum
Save
first.
scum.
Okay, now we do it. Objection! Well, Miss Foster, looks like you done it this time. Huh? Did it done what? Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your own very own eyes? Yes, and? It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at this diagram. Yeah, that's what we showed. That's right. Yeah. The place you claim to have taken that forward from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you try to see the car,
I scuttled up that hill like a maniac.
this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. Ah. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. Ah! I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rocks. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. She could gremlin crawl her way up. That's right. I can do that. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. Huh? I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, right? This is the location where the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. But the outcropping that is being referred to is more like a cliff. Ah. Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still, you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No! Order in the court! What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo?
Ballyhoo!
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh. Mr. Judge? What is it? I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that. Miss Faye, no one on the face of this planet is perfect, except for my teacher. Yes indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine.
I heard a different one. To err is to human, to R is to pirate.
I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. What? That's not fair! Save the tears for later, kitten. Oh, Mr. Armando! Don't look back until the trial's over. Now's the time to go forward. But that wasn't fair! Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember the other kitten's testimony. The killer broke into the trunk of the car and hit the body in there. So tell me, how does she know that? How does she know that he broke into the trunk? Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness? Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain there were scratch marks from when he broke into it. Well, what? Let me see that photo. It's true. Those certainly looks like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied? The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. My 2 HP. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Yes.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work! Melissa Foster? It looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What?
How could I do that?
You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally. I finally got her. I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. And perhaps it'll be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness has seen the scratches was...
She put the corpse in herself.
She put the corpse in herself. She put the corpse in herself.
Maybe...
There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yeah? What is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster! It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I can never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster.
He's an innocent child.
Yep. And Mr. Foster had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk. He would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Which means that the key would still be in the ignition. Oh, I see.
I mean, it still had to get to that place.
Yep. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it could have been Mr. Foster put the body in the trunk. No! But preposterous to even suggest that the witness put the body in there? If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred.
But it's on a timer.
It's on a timer. We already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. Huh? There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself.
Look at my lawyer's badge.
Look at this lawyer's badge. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why? It's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make sure Miss Foster's true identity. Make it clear. Well then, please answer this question. Oh, please don't tell us where to point it out. God damn it. Where was Melissa Foster when it happened? I'm assuming she was dressed up as a victim.
Oh, yeah. Click it. Click it with conviction.
Click your conviction. I didn't click your conviction. Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order! Miss Faye, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car.
See ya.
But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine. Of course Miss Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard of anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. Huh? Oh, what? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on that bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Don't know me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Foster himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You were just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the
Look
time,
at this photograph. No.
at the time of the incident, Miss Falls forgot what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. The note. Right? No. Yeah, wear a white scarf for verification. That's how he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Like that. Miss Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. Ah. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear the scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could pretend to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
Well,
Free from existence. Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Huh. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well. This court is in recess. To be continued. Well, we survived, Shay. We had a really, really hard start, but we've been perfect ever since.
Yeah.